Welcome to a 1v1 match. Now in this episode, I'm gonna teach you why the spear rush strategy is outdated. Stop using it. Whoever keeps using the spear rush strategy, stop fucking using it. It does not work. Anyways, I'm sorry. Anyways, yes, the spear rush strategy. It used to be such a big thing back in the day because it was the only rush strategy anyone knew except cavalry. It was cavalry or spears, and this was before they bumped up the primitive soldiers. And Stone Warrior strategy was also incredibly new. Like, it was something that it was something you just didn't do. Anyways, this guy I'm fighting is gonna be using spears against me all the time, and you're gonna see how it was incredibly effective, but also incredibly ineffective. So, anyways, I thought he was gonna go like fight pits and Stone Warrior rush me or something like that, but so I decided to press the attack real quick to see what I could do, and then with slingers, of course. And he has a lot of spears, and immediately when he did this, I knew immediately that he was going to do a spear rush strategy. So as he goes in, and I start killing off his workers, killed off quite a few. Unfortunately, while I did lose all my slingers, I killed actually a large majority of his workers, which is really good, especially because he went Europe, and losing a single worker is detrimental. Anyways, so while I am beefed up, I start immediately preparing, because I knew immediately he was going to spear rush me. Now, spear rushing, because I went Asia, the spear rush, like using spears to defend myself, would not work. I needed a combined arms force. So whenever you are fighting someone and you know that for a fact they are going spears, you need a combined arms force. And this is where right here is where I get idiotic. So I come over here because there's a boar and I want this trees and rocks. So I take my entire force to kill one boar. And immediately when I realized this, because he had a lot of spears coming in, I was like, oh shit. I started panicking, started building random ass things, putting my workers in towers. And see, it wasn't a good day for me. He managed to, while he didn't manage to kill anyone, I mean, he did kill a few, but nothing like insane. He only killed like 3 workers at most. One over here, one here, and then I think another one somewhere right here. So I didn't suffer near as much of a loss as he did, but I knew for a fact that this is like the best opportunity. So anyways, I started going. I launched my own attack. And his force, actually, we met our forces, and immediately I was like, oh shit, he's coming. And luckily I had a boar helping me. Yeah, right here, he can actually kill all my spearmen, which, again, this is why you don't use the Asian spears. Like, when you're ever going spear rushing someone, don't go mass Asian spears versus European. You will always lose against European spears. But I took all my archers, I saved all my archers, and I pulled them this way to try and lure his forces. But unfortunately, he caught on, and he massacred my archers. So yeah, it wasn't good. I probably should have pulled them back, or at least let them fight to the death, because then they could have done more. Anyways, besides the point, I went ahead, took more spears. I have more spears, and over here he has a lot of spears too. He attacks me, and I also attack him. But luckily, his force is severely wounded, as well as not as many. Plus, I get a small force, like basically an equivalent force to what he has with heavy spearmen and regular spearmen, along with archers. So I was able to quickly and easily dispatch his force because his was also incredibly wounded. But as you see, it's still doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, he doesn't realize that, but I am butchering his workers right now. All of his metal workers are being butchered. Yep. All of them. Dead. All of them. I go in and try to chase down the remaining of his workers. Again, killing more of his food workers. I didn't kill as many food workers as I wanted, but I killed enough. I killed all of his metal workers. So it was a really, really good attack for me. I honestly, his attacks were far more pitiful. But you're gonna see something how he managed to actually beat me a little bit. But anyways, I make it to medieval. Made it to medieval around the same time. I made it to medieval first, but he'll make it like soon after. Anyways, I start getting my myself ready. Now I was hurting on wood a lot because I didn't have a good tree line. Like I had these tree lines, but I needed them for defense. Plus, I had this little wall here that I didn't want to destroy. But yeah. Anyways, okay. Also, right here, I also built a dockyard right here. I snuck it in, as you can see, and he spoke to me in some Asian tone. I don't know. Anyways, I made it right outside of his territory, as you can see, and I got some galleys. My plan was to basically just take 2 galleys and just completely annihilate all of his productions, like all his fishing, and then kill his workers. It didn't go as well as I only need 1 galley. I don't know why I made 2, but I made 1. But I made 2. Anyways, I go ahead and press the attack, thinking that I was gonna meet his forces head on. This is exactly what I wanted, by the way. When he like charged in with all these spearmen, this is exactly what I wanted. Unfortunately, he pulled back. It was kind of disappointing, honestly. I didn't want him to pull back, but he pulled back either way. Anyways, I was thinking, what do I do in this situation? I can't attack his base. Because if I attack his base, not only will I be being hammered by tons of towers, but also this huge amount of spearmen that even if it's like basic age, there's still a lot of them. Whereas my force, well, it consists of 18 heavy pikemen, 18 pikemen, 4 spears, and 14 archers. Not a really good force, but I decided to go ahead and move up. I wanted to meet his force head on. Like straight up head on. I didn't want to like get them caught in these towers. I didn't want to get caught in these towers. So anyways, in order to force his hand, I decided to go in and attack his dockyards. So his docks, all of his fishing. I just needed to force his hand a little bit. Try to get him to do some stupid ass move. And this is exactly what the move I want. Right here. This is exactly what I wanted. Right here. He moved his entire force here. And he upgraded all of his workers. Commence the slaughter. Unfortunately, it wasn't really a slaughter, but I killed a few of them. Meanwhile, his forces were decimating me. I was like, nope, I don't want. Like, he was gonna chase all my archers. I was like, nope, I'm not losing my archers to something like that. So I decided to take my spears, chase down all of his workers, as many as I could. Nope, right there. And I gotta say, these galleons suck. And I don't even know what. Look, they're labeled as European. Here's the thing. These galleys, I am West Asia. The galleys are labeled as European, and they suck. They really do suck. And I tried to attack this arsenal, but it didn't want to work. Anyways, turns out galleys can't destroy certain structures. Yeah, they really do suck. Junks can. Die doing it, but hell. Anyways, this guy goes ahead and he attacks me. I was like, oh, no. This isn't good. These are full-blown Western European pikemen. And I was like, okay, so this is a lot of them coming. You see, this is a lot of them showing up. So I start, throwing my everything, throwing all my production into a defense, getting ready. You see, I'm building towers. I tried to, like, again, force his hand by taking some archers and attacking. Again, like I said before, the best time to attack is when you're being attacked. But then I realized, but then I accidentally used an attack move and forced them to run all the way back. And right here, you're gonna see a fucking slaughter. I gotta say, these are fully upgraded pikemen, by the way. Like, my pikemen are upgraded. They have the upgrades. As you can see, they have the spear upgrades. My archers are fully upgraded too, but he just goes in and just slaughters. And he tries to break through this. But I quickly take all my food workers, start repairing as fast as I possibly could. He goes in. I'm surprised he didn't attack the towers, honestly, but oh well. He goes, again, he's destroying so much stuff right now. Now, luckily, I'm doing heavy damage, but even with sheer the amount, look at the sheer amount of archer fire I'm doing against a single one of them. He managed to destroy three barracks in my farm, which wasn't a lot. It's not a lot, but it was kind of annoying because I have to rebuild that, and my materials I had was so low right now, so low, like insanely low. Plus, my dock over here was being destroyed. I was hoping I could build a... Okay, honestly, I spent a lot of time hoping I could get some attack ships up, but they just never came. They just never came. My resources were so bad throughout the entire game. I could barely reach, like, 5,000 at most. Like, I used to use my materials. I'm stuck at 1,500, 1,000, and 2,000 metal. It was not good. It was not good at all. My materials were just hurting so bad. Anyways, I knew also that this force was coming, so, and I also knew that a larger force was coming too, but I didn't know how. So again, I come in. This time I have halberds too, or I'm sorry, janissaries, which actually the janissaries were probably the most useful, but because I had so few of them and because they cost so much, they really didn't do that well. The archers did most of the fighting for me. Thank God that I had, like, these archers are actually pretty damn good too. They do 14 damage. Yeah, they do about 14 damage because I have the upgrade, and they're upgraded too. So they do almost as much as longbowmen. Anyways, I knew an attack was coming, like a much larger attack was coming soon, because that was a small attack, and I knew he was building up his forces again. So I started preparing. I moved a lot of workers I had to over here, and unfortunately, I had to deal with a lot of wild animals again. And again, the reason was because I hadn't properly cleared this area. I had tried to clear out this area with a few soldiers, but for some reason, the area just... The soldiers, like, I'm sorry, the wild animals were just so scattered everywhere. You see there's boars, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 boars plus 1, 8, and a tiger. It was so bad. I couldn't risk sending even a small force, especially when this motherfucker over here was sending another wave of pikemen. These are Western European pikemen. Why? Why? Stop. Okay, look. We're gonna swap over to his resources. Now his resources are actually way better than mine. He has a lot of materials, a lot of food, and a lot of metal. So he is doing way better because I'm actually producing more. Like, I'm producing more faster. I'm sorry, because I have to produce, like, he's killing my pikemen way faster. I'm sorry, yeah, he's killing my pikemen way faster than I can produce them right now. I'm having to spam out troops like no tomorrow, but I'm also expanding out way more than he is. So I have the influence upgrades, I have explore the area, I could see everything, basically the entire map at this point. I attacked him with elephants too, but I only attacked him with 2 elephants, and it wasn't really good. The elephants got slaughtered before they even destroyed a single thing. Because I have an elephant house over here. My plan was to like, okay, so half of my plan was to like hold out for as long as I can, and then build a bunch of elephants here, and then rush them here. But as soon as like those two elephants over there got slaughtered, with the combination of him constantly attacking me and my resources being so low, there was no way I was able to do this. There's no way. So right here, you see, he's running. He doesn't even have the upgrades to mine, too. I guess he doesn't really need the material ones, but the metal one he does. But anyways, like, he's producing so many soldiers. Like, so many. Record pace, too. Plus, his population isn't even maxed out. That's wow. He's actually doing really good. But here's the thing. These are westerns. Okay, these are western pikemen. Okay, he probably has the upgrade. Yeah, no, he doesn't even have the up. What the fuck? These western pikemen were slaughtering me, and they're not even upgraded. They're not even. Holy shit, man. These western pikemen were slaughtering me, despite the fact that they weren't even upgraded. They weren't. Damn. My troops are fully upgraded, and his were slaughtering me. Honestly, I just didn't. Damn. I gotta remember that. But yeah, but here's the one thing too. He is wasting so much more supplies in terms of metal. Yeah, just in terms of metal actually, because right here, we're actually gonna real quick. As you see, he's just clicking up abstract now. He's just clicking up abstract. The problem is, here's the thing. His problem was the fact that while he has a lot of materials, because Europe can actually gather more faster, his metal is plummeting. Because if he wants to continue this huge pikeman asset he's got going on, he's constantly pumping out pikemen. These pikemen cost 25 per, right? And he's building a lot of them. A lot of them. But I was smart and kept forcing him to make long ass decisions, like serious decisions. Plus, I was actually building up way faster than he was. Despite my resources plummeting, I was building up super fucking fast. Like I see, I'm already India. And I just slaughtered him, slaughtered his pikemen. See, this is another problem with going pikemen, okay? If you don't take out your opponent in a reasonable time, you're not gonna win. Especially when you're just using pikemen, or again, the pikemen strategy is very, very, very outdated. It is incredibly outdated. It does not work anymore. And even when it does work, that means you're fighting an opponent who either has no idea how to play the game, or is just bad at preparing. Whereas I was literally just producing archers and pikemen to stem the tide, cheap-ass units, en masse, and throwing it at him. And winning. And oh yeah, right here. He quits right here when I just walk him into the base. Now, I don't know why he quit. He shouldn't have quit, in my opinion. Because Western European towers does about 35 damage. Damn, they about do 35 and then another 14. I actually don't know the damage ratio on this because it's showing me two different things, but I'm gonna assume it's 35 because it's higher. Anyways, he goes in. I go in and just my elephants get slaughtered by these towers. I don't know why he quit, but I guess it kind of makes sense because the fact that I was like, I could have just kept him in here, because that's what I did too. I literally just kept him in here. I could have just kept him in here. I'm surprised he didn't. Well, I'm sorry. I was surprised he didn't build a wall. Honestly, a wall would have been fucking idiotic in this type of game. Building it here to here, only to have like this angle right here. Honestly, I thought this was an island map. By the way, I really thought this was an island map because when I started, it was like island, all like water on my. I'm like, okay, so it's an island map. Yeah, it was an island map. Kind of disappointed. I haven't gotten a good island map yet. I haven't gotten a good fight in an island map. Okay. Ugh. I had one fight with someone who's I had one good fight with an island guy. But the only reason I think I won was because he kept massing Stone Warriors because he was gonna Stone Warrior rush me, but he didn't know it was an island map, so he kind of just produced everything, and then wasn't able to attack me with what he'd had. So he was like, I'm already in like late medieval, and he's just getting medieval. It was a good game. Anyways, yeah, this is what, like I was saying before, don't use the Spearman rush strategy anymore. It does not work. Now, I know you saying, like, in my free-for-alls, I do Spearman rush strategies. Yes and no. So I do combined forces of Spearman and Rams. When I go Asia, I use hand Rams. When I go Europe, I just use Spearmen and Archers, because that's a combined force. But when I go Asia, I go hand Rams and Spearmen, specifically to take them out, like full blown take out the temple real fast. There's a lightning strike essentially. This guy was just trying to make me bleed, honestly. That was seriously what he was trying to do. He should have immediately changed his strategy after like his massive assault that came into my base and managed to like throw him, like he threw me like back a little bit. He should have just stopped after that. He really should have just stopped what he was doing and produced something else. Longbowman would have especially been incredible in this match, but he just did not use the Longbowman. He did not use Longbowman. Chariots too, if you went Chariots. Now I was planning to go Mamelukes, but problem was, again, he has a pretty tight defense, a pretty decent defense. He also made a balloon tower. I don't know why he made a balloon tower when he could have just gotten some other upgrade, but okay. Especially when I control the entire map. Yeah, and plus these towers can't be destroyed very easily. As you can see, they have a lot of kills to their names. This one has 10, this one has 4. Jesus. Yeah, but okay. So have you ever, before I let this video off, when you're using Spear Rush, if you're going to do Spear Rush, well, definitely go Western Europe, because fucking hey, they are powerful as shit. But if you're going to do it once, attack, see what you can do with that Spearman. See what you can do with the Spearman, right? And then decide, and then see how much. Again, see how much you can push in, and then decide if it's best to continue. Okay? Is it best to continue a basically futile effort? Of constantly sending Spearmen straight into your enemy lines, especially when your enemy has combined forces of archers and pikemen, right? Plus, I kept attacking his rear. I kept trying to, so I don't know why he kept like pushing back. Like he kept like, I'm sorry, why did he keep running back and forth? Because every time I showed up, he just ran all the way back. Damn, I got dug in this tree line. Anyways, but yeah, don't use Spear Rush strategy unless apparently you're Western Europe and you can take them out, because again, it does not work so you're fighting an opponent who likes combined arms and lots of towers. Combined arms forces of and when I mean combined arms, I mean archers and then pikemen, right? Or archers and spearmen. That's a combined force. If you just go in with pikemen, you're gonna lose like 90% of the time, because you cannot, what's the word I'm looking for? You cannot outmatch them. They're gonna hit you with range, and here's the thing: the archers can keep firing. They're at range, so they can keep firing. So, and of course, you guys already know this. But again, like I'm saying before, don't stop using spearmen unless it's a buffer force, or you just know that you can do it with spearmen. Okay, and it really is a outdated kind of system. It really is outdated. People still use it against like lesser players, like people who are just new to the game. This spear rush strategy does work, but against experienced players, this does not work. This does not work. Especially if you're going higher in the ranking. So if you guys are pretty high in the ranking, let's say you're in the top 100. Let's just say you're in the top 100. Everyone knows about that spear rush strategy. Everyone knows how to counter it. You're fighting real experienced players at that point, and it is best to just not do it. Lock yourself down, protect yourself, and launch like strategic assaults. Launch strategy assaults. And when I'm like, and if you're going to use spears too, make them like as an ambush force. That's the best use of spears, honestly. An ambush force or a landing force. So, had a guy built like a bunch of dock here, put a bunch of spears in here, and then transport them right here and drop them right in my back, I would have been unprepared for that. Had you gone for like the lesser structures, like as he did before, he took out these barracks. Again, that helped him a lot. That actually hurt me. And he had taken this dock. Oh my god, I would have been dead if he taken out the dock. Honestly, God, this dock saved me so much trouble. It really did. It really, really did. The amount of food he was producing me. Ooh. But yeah. Also, India is still a viable country. Especially when you're fighting in 1v1 ranked and you're hurting on resources, go India, because India is really good at it. Because it can immediately produce like large amounts of troops for cheap. For example, these 6, like it can immediately upgrade the barracks, and you get 5 of them and spam them out. You can just spam out 5 of them immediately, really fast. So it really helps the industrial, like quickly like transferring, getting industrial troops. Plus the elephants, they don't need upgraded. Holy crap! I still have all these elephants. They don't need upgraded. They don't need be upgraded. If you want, you can get Bathsheba Zooks and then upgrade them, and then upgrade those into machine gun elephants. So yeah, it really does. It can really make a difference. Anyways, I think I ranted on long enough. If you enjoyed this video, if you like, comment, and I'll see you all next time.